How did you break into the music industry?
You know, being a local artist, I knew everybody from the Mid-Atlantic. So, you know, I would just promote my own records. We had our own record label called Marx Brothers. So I remember I first came up to DJ Red Alert. And I said, yo, man, I'm a cat from Baltimore. You know, here's a record. It's called Do You Wanna? Won't you see if you like it? He said, yeah, y'all cats do club music too. I said, yeah, we used to do that. We now doing this. And he actually played the record while I was right there on the air. And that's why I always, you know, Uncle Red and me he just respects how I came at him. And from that point on, man, everybody knew, yo, you want to really mess with anything in the promotion and marketing, Kev know everybody because he was an artist. So from that, I started interning with somebody who I always paid homage to. His name was Kevin Mitchell. And interned for him. And
at what label?
At Def Jam.
Okay.
Right. And Kevin Weeks, I used to work for his street team company. And at the end of the day, man, I did a great job. And Kevin Mitchell said, you know, I got an intern better than all y'all. And,
okay, all right. And that's how you got involved with the whole Def Jam thing.
And that's how I got involved.
Who was like your mentor? Who was the person who made you get to this point?
Leo Cohen.
Okay.
You know, for some reason, he picked me. He felt it in him. He tried every assignment he gave me. He was proud and really satisfied with the work that I did, and he took a chance. You know what I mean? It's like I said, I'm a cat from Baltimore. Nobody expect, if you would ask 10 years ago who would be the next president of Def Jam after Leo, who would it be? They wouldn't have said a cat from Baltimore.
Right.
So, you know, I have to say he gave me a shot that I'll never forget.
You are running a big company like Def Jam. Do you have a personal life, or is this just your life?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And at the end of the day, man, I just started to lift my head up. You know what I mean? To sit and say, damn, I'm up at 6 and I get home at 2. That means and I drive. That means I only get 3-4 hours of sleep a night.
Give me 3 adjectives that describe you as a businessman.
Passionate, positive, and honest.
Why?
Passionate because it's something I love. I can't work for any company that I don't believe in.
Right.
I believe that we're doing a lot. I see it. So I know when I hear Josh say something to his daughter, I know it's something that I instilled in him. Or when I hear, you know, Redman calls me and say, Kev, I just want to, you know, wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. I know I mean something to these cats. When I'm able to give a check to an artist with $30 million to say, man, you know, we've been making a lot of money together. I know it means
I would
something.
like to have that film. I would love that.
So that's I can't. If I had to go work somewhere else, man, it had to be something that I believe in, something I use every day, because that's the kind of cat I work. My drive is passion. Secondly, honesty, man. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, a lot of cats say, Kev, you know, how do you deal with all that? You know, all that stuff, you niggas yelling and all that. I tell them every day, man. You know, you have to have inner peace with yourself, and you can't allow other people to dictate your moods. So I never do. I don't hear certain things. Everybody know who I am. Everybody know how much money, you know, we generate, and everybody know what my position is. You know what I mean? I get half of my ventures, and I get all of the artists signed directly to me. So whatever. You know what I mean?
What do you bring to the table that no other executive brings?
I think. It's a couple of things, but I'll say the biggest one is I believe in the human resource and the development of the next generation. So I invest a lot of my time in building up the next Kevin Liles or the next Leo or the next Julie, and that I think a generation of us missed because as we got these jobs, you know, I guess people felt, oh, I better hold on to it. I better just be the house nigga and hold on and make sure I don't cultivate the younger. So I want somebody to take my job. I don't hire people that don't want to take my job.
Right.
If you don't want my job, then I don't want you. I want you to work like I work. I'm not saying you got to work 24 hours a day, but I say you better be on. You better be on. You better not be off. Because when you're off, I don't want you here. I demand that people come in here every day. Teach me something every day. If you're not teaching me something every day, it's caught up with management, then I don't need you.
How do you deal with violent and unruly artists on this level? Or do you even have them to deal with? Because, you know, there's a lot of people on this label that people think are nuts. Do they come in here and pull that game with you, or how do you deal with them? How does that go?
it always takes more than one person to get into an altercation. People know I don't have none of that. I don't have to talk about. I don't. They. You know. Again, knock on wood, and I hope that everybody's listening to this. You ain't proving nothing by doing nothing to nobody.
Right.
You're just putting yourself in harm's way.
Right.
So to me, let's just all get along and get this paper, man. We're making too much money now, man.
As an executive, how do you know when an artist has what it takes?
It's a feeling, man. I mean, it's like when you see X up in Yonkers and 10 rappers rapping, and he had his mouth is wired shut, and he. And you feel it. I mean, it's something about it. When you see Ja when he first, with his Cash Money clicking, he was the little guy with the big voice. You knew something when Hov came in my office and said, "Man, I can't be no artist. I never work for nobody. I work with you."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You just know the persona.
Right.
When LL said, "You know what? I'm on my 8th album. I'm gonna do 10 albums. And how about this? My last album, I'm gonna reinvent myself. I'm gonna go back to looking like I'm 16."
He told you that from the beginning.
Oh, absolutely. I said, "Dog, get out of here." Every album he reinvents himself, and he did it. He looks like he again. Those are
he looks better at 35 or whatever he is now than he did when he was 16.
Yo. God is good, man. It's a blessing, and he's able to take care of his family. He got movies. Even when I did Ludacris, I said, "Yo, it's something funny about you, Cat. You got something about you." And he came out and sold 3 million. Even to R&B with music, it was something about a kid that can walk in here with 20 songs, and it's 3 singles already done.
Right.
It's something about those. It's a certain feeling. So we sign stars. We don't dust off bums.
What does Kevin Liles want to be remembered for?
Again, I want to be not by how many records I sold, how many lives I changed, how many opportunities I gave, and how many people I helped employ.
There you go. That's it. Inside Hip Hop, Fat Man Scoop. Kevin Liles, it's been good.
It's been a blessing, man.
It's been a blessing.